Okay, let's play Sicilian in this game. I've lost a few seconds trying to start the old encoder. So Najdorf, interesting. Depending on what white does here. Now A3, what's A3 about? As long as I keep that bishop blunted, can I not just get in moves that I want to get in? Unless bishop e6 or knight e6. Or does queen b6 check there? That's not that good here. So okay. Takes bishop c5 there, bishop e3, knight g4, queen g4, bishop e4. Right, so can I just keep an eye on e5 anyway at the moment? Maybe knight c5. Knight c5 coming up is going to be good target practice with the queen. And a logical move anyway on e4. A rook c8 to take c3, interesting exchange sack idea, just dismantle the centre. But is it actually needed? Can I not just play... Isn't this wrong here, this setup? Okay, if I play e5 right here, or is there anything niftier? Knight e5, I think kicking the queen is an alternative, but I think e5, okay, weakens d5 square. I think it's going to be okay though after knight c5 to play this. Look at that e4 square. Aha. And now d5, just liberate position. Is that worth it? It would have been nice for that exchange sack possibility. What about a5 for b4? If I just try and fight like this, I think Spassky had a game against Fischer in the 1972 match with something like b5 here. He's going to get that d5 square though now, isn't he? Unless I take on c3 immediately. If I take on c3 immediately, then he stops that. There's queen g4, no, take on f6. I could take on c3 immediately, trying to keep control of d5 without any knight d5. That strategic battle for the d5 square. If I have to sack a pawn for it, I think it's definitely worth, you know, I mean, queen h4, rook c8 coming up. Okay, it's dismantling my king. I'll let him play f6. I'll just play king h8. I'll try and get this g file working. If I get rook g8 or queen g5 coming up, queen g5 on knight f5, there would be play on e4 and the g file. So queen g5. Whoa! Okay, what is this? b4. Okay, knight e6 to d4, or taking first? Maybe I want to take... Do I? I'm not sure. Going into tactics with my rook, but it's kind of... He's got a tactical responsibility now with this bishop. Okay, so knight d4 is a nice knight. I guess he can... No, f5 knight e2. It's dangerous king f2. He's on my queen. I don't know. No, that's I want to try and get in. Yes. Okay. Rook g8 here. c3. d5 doesn't help. Queen h4. Interesting. Queen h4. c3. I think just rook g8. Just try and get pressure. Oh, there's rook f7. Hang on. Rook f7. Actually, there's queen takes. Rook takes a1. Getting two rooks is interesting. Is there a better way of doing that? Can't see it. I think two rooks for the queen is usually a good deal to make in many positions. Now here there's rook f8 anyway, for f1 to be a disaster. So maybe there's more goodies on the way here. Can I actually play more than one good game in the morning? That would be quite a miracle. So knight f1, rook f8. Say queen. Well, I think queen g5, rook f7. There's no problem, is it? In fact, there's bishop a6 here, straight off the bat, threatening mate as an alternative, which might be a lot better. Because I'm rook f8, bishop c4. So let's just take this diagonal. Hang on, there's c4 there. Then there's rook f8. Bishop d5. I think let's go for this, because c4 rook f8. If his bishop then moves, then he's not protecting f1, correct? So bishop d5, I just take on f1. Queen f2, bishop c4, taking on f2, exchange up. This could be a good one. This could be good fun. I think bishop a6 was a good move, perhaps, hopefully. Bishop, okay, so what does he do here? He's a bit pinned up. Pinned, 3 pins. Queen, no, I don't know what he does here. What does he do here? He resigns. Wow, 2300. What's happening this morning? I mean, this is another really strong player. He's been up to 2-4-2-6. Wow, he's been okay. He had a couple of losses before this. Okay, that makes a change from the French defence positions. It's a little bit of a tactic, I guess. The queen for 2 rooks. This a5, I think, sort of inspired by the Spassky game, which was a draw actually, believe it or not. I remember this draw video annotating recently with b5. It does create more energy around d5 and e4 potentially to wobble white's position. And here, okay, taking on c3, this battle for this d5 square, because if I had done the routine, bishop f6, and he just plonks a big, piece there. White's got the ideal blockade against the backward pawn. Where's the counterplay? There's no counterplay. Got to try and avoid these no counterplay positions like the plague, as they say. So, as John Lund would say, check. Secrets of Grandmaster Chess. He's said something to that effect. So here, at least, okay, I'm losing material, but this G file, Queen H4, the possibilities are beautiful. Rook C8. I've got more control over D5 and E4 here. This is really, really much more exciting. Now I've got this virtual pin, which is useful here in this scenario. Here for Queen F7, that's good for picking up both rooks. Now here, I think this was interesting. Rook F8, Bishop C4. What do I do there? It's not as fun, is it? Just one forcing move here instead of moving this rook routinely. Bishop A6. I think we learn how to break routines just looking at the classic games. How many games, for example, the GMs didn't routinely castle? There was another pressing need. If we take that principle that you don't need to do what you think you need to do routinely, even if there's a strong statistical case for it, I don't need to move the rook necessarily. I'm threatening mate in 1 here. This c4, the bishop's not going to be defending f1. What does he do here? Any queen move? I just take the checks. Will the checks run out? Has he got queen d8 though? This might be a draw scenario. Let's have a quick look. Check. It might be a draw by perpetual, to be fair. There's no way out of that draw by perpetual. So queen g5. There's bishop c4, there's queen f6 mate. There's rook f1. Queen f6 mate is the threat. I think, possibly, if I take here, take here with check. It's quite a few pieces now. I think the king doesn't want to be on g1. So this looks good. There's 3 pieces here. Now, is this a perpetual check scenario? Yes, it still is. There's another way of playing it though. There's bishop takes c4 check. As long as that doesn't end up getting mated.
Check.
Now here I would have bishop g6. Okay, so possibly, you know, but he's got this pawn here. Will these pieces work together? That's much more difficult. So I think queen g5 was a good try, actually, going back to the game. Queen g5 was a good try. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.